Hey, this is Tony. I'm in the garden. It's starting to get kind of cold out here. It's 28 degrees today. Of course, not as cold as the other Tony had it up at Stowe. He was complaining, but he did bring me back a hat from Stowe. And so I'm going to do a lesson that I saw earlier this year, but I didn't get a chance to record it. And that is the lesson of geese. And I saw geese flying out in formation, V formation, earlier in the season. I couldn't capture them on the phone, so I'm gonna tell you the lesson, and I'm gonna insert some video of geese flying. I heard this lesson a long time ago. It's actually a kind of a motivational lesson for teamwork. But I think the application is greater than that, and we can learn a lot from the geese. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of read to you some of the stuff of the life lessons from geese, and I'll insert pictures so that you can actually see geese flying, and while I'm explaining it, okay? And guess where we are? We're at my favorite place in the garden. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so I'm sure you've seen geese flying in formation. As each goose flaps its wings, it creates an uplift for the bird following. By flying in a V formation, the whole flock adds 71% more flying range than if each bird flew alone. So the lesson is that people who share a common direction and sense of community can get where they're going quicker and easier because they're traveling on the thrust of one another. Whenever a goose falls out of formation, it suddenly feels the drag and resistance of trying to fly on its own, and it quickly gets back into formation. When the lead goose gets tired, it rotates back into the formation, and another goose flies at the point position. So the lesson is it pays to take turns doing the hard tasks and sharing leadership with people, as with geese, interdependent with one another. The geese in formation honk from behind to encourage those up front to keep their speed. So, geese honk. We always think of honk in a negative respect, from a car honking impatiently for someone in front of you. But these are honks of encouragement from behind. Okay. And the last lesson is this. When a goose gets sick or wounded, two geese drop out of formation and follow their fellow member down to help provide protection. They stay with this member of the flock until he or she is either able to fly or dies. Then they launch out on their own with another formation, or they can catch up with their own flock. So if we have as much sense as these geese, we'll stand by each other, just like that. So, some interesting facts about geese, their flying formations. I believe these life lessons can be used in a bunch of different applications, not just for an organization. In fact, our government probably should listen to this life lesson. Maybe it would work a little smoother. So it is cold out here. It's about 28 degrees, and I probably will be bringing some of the life lessons inside. So they won't be from the garden, but they'll be life lessons. And some of the things that we talk about kind of leads in from this, because you might say, how do these geese know what to do? Well, there's a thing called innate intelligence, or inborn intelligence. We see it in nature, and we see it in humans. And so we'll be talking a little about innate intelligence as we go on. Peace and love. Till next time.